Welcome to today's Research Business Daily Report, where we're going to tell you about the new name that Communispace has adopted for itself. And then we'll turn it over to an expert in the field who says it's time to stop spending every waking business moment obsessing about big data. Why? Because he says big analysis is taking charge. RBDR is sponsored today and this week by FocusVision, your single source solution for qualitative and quantitative research. You're invited to take a close look at the FocusVision resource library, where you can take a number of interesting visits to webinars, white papers, best practices, and case studies that will fill you in on a lot of the really most important issues facing the research industry. Look for the link in today's RBDR report. Communispace, the agency which invented online communities, and those morphed into research modes that have become so important for so many end-user clients, has renamed itself C-Space. Founder and Chairman Diane Hessen says the rebranding, quote, is a reflection of our broader capabilities. Once we were known, she says, as a community provider, but our new name reflects our depth in areas that include storytelling and innovation consulting, end of quote. C-Space is part of the Omnicom Group, which has 7 research-related businesses and now will appear on RFL's new Global Top 50 Research Organization list. It will be made public later this month. For your information, RFL's Global Top 50 Research Organization list encompasses many of the research agencies you would expect to see on any top 50 list for our industry. But there are also a good number of top research suppliers and a handful of less familiar, unorthodox, but research-like businesses. We think that this unique listing is going to give you a terrifically different perspective on the companies that most matter in the research marketplace. Next, is big data passé before it's even been mastered? Well, that's one inescapable conclusion from Michael Fertik in his Forbes.com column called Big Data Was the Beginning, What Comes Next? Explains Fertik, quote, say goodbye to big data as a dominant concept. It is time to recognize its evolutionary next leap, big analysis. And big analysis, he declared, is the fuel companies need and value. And Fertik noted 2 things to especially like about big analysis. It has transformed the promise of big data into a reality, he claims. And large data sets are so inexpensive to acquire as well as to store, and treasure troves require only big analysis to unlock their value. One big, however, Tyzac's David Dumersk on InformationAge.com reiterates for the umpteenth time that the key focus in the analytical sector is without a doubt solving the shortage of skilled data analytic talent, which is why I, not really wanting to sound like a broken record, continue to harp on the emphasis that our industry needs to place in creating and building university-level research and research-related courses, minors, and majors. What an opportunity for our industry and for the hundreds of thousands of young people who I think would flock to the field knowing the strong likelihood of a job awaiting them upon graduation. That's your RBDR for today, and we've been sponsored all this week by FocusVision, your single source solution for quantitative and qualitative research. We're inviting you to take a look at the FocusVision resource library, where you can feast on a number of webinars, white papers, best practices, and case studies that deal with many of the critical issues that face market researchers today. For instance, various ways of looking at mobile research and solving some of its difficulties. And then there's cross-platform surveys, which are also taken on. You can look for the link in today's report. It's in the email that goes out to subscribers, and it's also in the description box underneath today's video. We hope you've had and will have a great research day, and that the rest of your research week goes well and ends solidly. Relax if you can this weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday with more Research Business Daily Report.